Welcome, everyone, to Rebirth, a D&D Tale. Session 37. My goodness, has it been that long? Last we left off, our party of individuals, the Lucky Sevens, had recently acquired a new friend. And finding that friend was a bit of an odd sort of endeavor, as they found her in a sarcophagus, petrified. But upon restoring her with the use of the Heart of Rune, the party took her to the village of the Children of Earth, from which Kinwin has his roots, and from there decided that they needed to visit more of the Druid tribes, the sister tribes of the Children of Earth. The Children of Fire, of Water, and of Air are on this sort of pilgrimage list to try and determine how it is that the world, the state of the world as it is currently, and how they might help it recover. As the recent, we say recent, the sort of near ice age at the poles of the world 100 years ago devastated a lot of the land. And so restoring anything that could be turned from barren tundra desert into something viable is kind of on the list of to-do. And so, setting forth towards the continent of Ionia, the Lucky Sevens are making their way northward, as they are currently in the southern hemisphere, in the country of Argyll. Going northward would set them on the path towards the northern continent. And by crossing the equator of the world, they will be finding themselves in a drastically different season, as it is summer currently in Argyll, and it would be winter in the mountains of Ionia where they're headed. So, after doing some preparing in Combe Bay for some relatively inexpensive winter clothing for the the time period here does not require winter clothing at the moment, and gathering supplies and what they might need to charter a ship across the Emerald Sea, they must first traverse the savannah. The savannah that borders the desert of the Powell Barrens. The desert in which they found the Ziggurat. The desert in which they lost Rune. And so, making their way north, they will cross a few towns on the way. So let's find out what might catch their attention as they continue on. The village of Queen's Bounty is only a couple of days away. That is the next real stop on the way. It's not a very large village. It's mostly a cattle ranching village in which they raise cattle. So, Lucky Sevens, traveling northward towards this village and beyond, what is it that you would like to do?
Vanya is keeping her eyes out for anything that may pop up.
Hmm.
With everything that they've been through recently within this country, she's paying attention to their surroundings on the way.
Mm-hmm. And with the recent political sort of strife that's gone on through this whole entire region, the the people are starting to get an understanding of what's going on around them as their baron, as it were, is silent, and General Serix is standing in as the Baron Apparent for the region, which includes Queen's Bounty and Wandermore to the north. And sorry, what was that?
Me being a smartass going, I wonder why.
The Lucky Sevens may or may not have had something to do with the fact that the Baron is now missing.
If I do it, I get a whooping. And I do it.
But after some heartfelt goodbyes from in the city of Kombay, you all are traveling north on the road. And Vanya, you said that you're keeping an eye out for anything untoward.
Yep.
There are plenty of people passing back and forth between the city of Wandermore to the north from Queen's Bounty, a couple of days away. So there are carts and people kind of traveling the road. This is a very well-traveled road in this sort of savanna. This sort of savanna road is definitely very well traveled. So, give me a perception check.
Gladly. That is a 21.
21. You are definitely very much on the. You kind of got your head on a swivel, but maybe not in a panic swivel. There's not really much in the way of dangers so long as you stay on the road. You get the sense that most of the people traveling back and forth are merchants, selling their wares to those in the city surroundings, and so you don't see much in the way that is untoward when it comes to the people around. You do see a lot of animals, beasts, different sort of wild creatures, kind of in the distance beyond. That if somebody wasn't watching carefully enough, a sort of stampeding herd of things like antelopes or things like that would come trudging along across the road, being chased by some other beast. And so you find that there are herds of these kinds of creatures, and you see that in the distance there are shepherds who are sort of keeping the animals safe from any kind of danger, like wild beasts. Occasionally, you do see the one lucky beast that got its fill from something. Maybe a kill from a sand dog. It's and the animal was picked clean, far off in the distance. But so long as you stay on the road, you might not get attacked by beasts.
Might not. There's always that might there in there.
Yep, there's always that might. But as you're kind of passing on the road, much as there were some ruins that that were indicative of an ancient civilization in the Twilight Grove, in the desert of the Pelwa Barrens, there are the occasional sort of very small, just sort of pile of very large and cut stone. the indication that maybe there was a wall here once that has long toppled and possibly even created the hill and been sort of buried into the grass that they're passing by, because there are some hills, but it's mostly very flat, but with their indications that very large walls used to be here, kind of pepper the road as you're kind of traveling along. Nothing of any kind of that has any kind of markings on it or anything, but the stones are quite large. The cut of the stones are quite large. They're definitely larger than any sort of average humanoid that you've ever met. And so seeing big rock bricks, essentially, in the middle of the savannah is an odd sight. But you've passed these kinds of things in the Barrens, and you've passed these kinds of things in the Twilight Grove. It's becoming a little bit more of the same.
Becoming normal at this point.
Whatever ancient civilization used to be here, they were massive. Had to have been.
The size of those stones, very massive. I wonder who used to live here.
Well, you've done a lot of digging around between all of you and your coterie in the, or no, not coterie, in your party. Man, I'm in vampire brain. But
I'd like to activate potence on top of my 20 strength.
shut up. I'm glad you don't have potence. God damn.
God, I can just imagine that now.
Oh, god damn. That would be woof.
That'd be a nightmare.
It would be. It would be a bit, yeah. But yeah, the whole party has done a lot of history digging, in relation to what's been going on in this particular part of the world, and so I'll allow a history check if you want to make one.
Okay.
See if you can put put two and two together.
Would this be combined with my advantage on combat history?
Yeah, it's near enough.
Okay. Oof.
That doesn't sound good.
A 5 and an 8.
Oof. On advantage.
Yes, on advantage. You're rounding it up to 10.
Ooh.
That modifier.
I got a 4. I think I can deduce that this was built by some people at some time in the past.
And the only thing Vanya can add is they were massive.
Yes, that's about what's going on.
Hold on. Let's see.
If you want to do a history check, Karobe, I know you have a sucky intelligence.
Do it.
Let's see. I got a 9.
Ooh.
They like to build in stone.
Yes. Which may actually be a little bit surprising as well, because the nearest set of mountains is the mountains you cross to get to the Twilight Grove in the first place. And so they had to travel from those kinds of stone quarries, maybe even digging out the canyons themselves to bring the rocks here to then build and mason walls and ruins, which have all but toppled and become either smaller rocks or the sand of the desert, or who even knows anymore. It's all strange that there's pieces of ancient history here that somehow have withstood time. As if maybe that story is meant to be protected. But
Maybe one day we'll come across it.
maybe. But you continue your travels. So for the first day, there's nothing very uh, harrowing to cross your way, and so the first night is time for you to set up camp.
Vanya will take first watch.
All right. Imagine
I'll take last.
take last watch, and Kinwin will take
Okay.
second watch. Okay. So each of you, in that order, Banya, make me a perception check. It is cold. You're glad that you have warm clothing. You're close enough to the desert that it's that the desert cold kind of gets gets you a little bit.
25.
Ooh, look at you. So Vanya, as you're kind of sitting and watching you notice that a couple of the nocturnal creatures that kind of roam the savannah, as the firelight is getting a little dim, you can see them sort of approaching a little too close, and so you stoke the fire. You get it built back up to a good sort of roaring flame, and once you do, the creatures are easily enough persuaded not to come your way, as if they understand that a fire is what people use off the road to shy away anything that might be lurking in the dark. That perhaps these animals are familiar with the travels of humans or humanoids like yourself.
Good. Means that they'll stay safe.
Okay. Kinwin, you're taking second watch. So roll me a perception.
Can I roll this based on sight?
Yep, you can.
$16.
16. Not bad. Not bad at all. You notice as well that the animals are kind of steering clear as you keep the fire going, so long as it's got a very sort of big and visible flame on it and is providing enough light that your camp isn't disturbed. Then things are perfectly fine. And Kurobe,
Yep.
perception check, please.
Oof.
Oof.
Oof. I'm gonna. That's perception. That's a 10. I'm making breakfast, so I'm just.
You are indeed making some breakfast, and nothing happens. Nothing happens during breakfast, even though you're distracted. You all have your hearty meal. You all have, you all get a good night's rest. Arya and Lagon are still following along with you. They're just very quiet right now, but they seem to be kind of wrapped up in whatever it is that they're doing, and are continuing to aid in the traveling and whatever else that they can help with. But we're gonna kind of gonna concentrate on the three of you that are here today. So, day 2 of travel. You should be able to make it to the Queen's Bounty village by the end of the night. You know that it's a farming village, and that there are some homesteads beyond it that might be out in the wilderness, but the sort of town center is in the village itself, and so you'll likely be able to reach it by by midnight tonight, which means it is going to be kind of a long day of traveling today. So, if there might be the potential for exhaustion by the end of the night. So, who would like to... Is there anyone who would want to do the perception checks for this particular day?
I think it's safe to assume Bonnie would take that.
I mean, there's always Kinwin. He has advantage with his sight.
That's
True.
fair. So you want to do it this time?
It's up to you guys.
No, let's let Kinlan do it.
Okay. Kinwin will helm the perception check for this route.
I think we all have a decent perception.
Mm-hmm. And
I
just
know I
know
have
that
a +5.
Kinwin unaided
Kenton
is all.
gets,
Yeah, he gets
yeah.
advantage anyway.
yeah, he gets advantage because of the glasses he got.
Yep.
It's horrible rolls, though.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh wait, I forgot. It is Kenwin. Shit.
7.
7. Oh no.
no.
Kinwin high or low?
Roll 1.
So Kinwin high or low?
Low.
Nothing happens. Even though Kinwin seems to... His head is on a swivel, much like Vanya had been the previous day. But Kinwin, what is on your mind that is distracting you from being really paying attention to your surroundings?
How this whole thing going on is all God's best.
With the old god of death, and what all of that means. Okay, well if that's
Be a pretty big enemy of my goddess.
mm-hmm. Yep, the old god is definitely an antithesis to the Wild Mother. The Wild Mother is life and nature and the sort of chaos that comes from nature, but all of it with the sort of joy of life. Whereas this old god of death, even Weejas, were just bringers of death, bringers of calamity. And the fact that this god is attempting to rise up again, perhaps you're distracted by that, trying to piece together what it is their relationship might be. So make me a religion check. And since you're distracted from your perception, I'll give you advantage on this. 18. Kind of thinking back, kind of thinking about what you've been trying to connect. I'll let you ask one question that I'll give you possibly a vague answer to. What have you been trying to figure out about this connection? Cat.
Who's the old god of death behind the imbalance in the world?
The imbalance of the world, as it is currently, is not directly related to the god of death, no.
Oh, it's awesome. 2 enemies.
You do know that the god of death could potentially be behind the sort of plague of undeath that's been kind of plaguing the country and to a broader extent the rest of the world as well. But as far as the sort of imbalance of nature, you get the sense that that was more related to the very sudden and very quick near freezing over of the world 100 years ago, where the expansion of the north and south sort of ice-covered regions started spreading out and even started to creep up into the southern portions of the country, the southern parts of the forests in the south of Argyll. And since then, the ice caps have melted, but the region is still devoid of life. The life of those regions hasn't recovered as of yet, and perhaps probably won't. It'll probably still be a barren tundra for the remainder of your existence. But that sort of imbalance where a sudden freezing of the world would cause a lot of destruction. And thus, if the planet itself needs to recover, it must draw energy from somewhere to be able to recover from those wounds. So perhaps the imbalance isn't unnatural at all. Perhaps it's a natural course of the world trying to recover its strength from the calamity.
Interesting.
And since you're distracted with all of these thoughts in your mind, does that concern you, or does that make you more concerned or less concerned about the growth of the desert into the forest?
More concerned. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to fight off like sort of mini ice age that happened 100 years ago.
Since then, the growth of the ice caps has stopped, but the recovery of those lands that were frozen over, that's another thing entirely.
So I'm fighting climate change.
You are fighting climate change. In a world that may or may not have an idea of the sort of cycles of the world. You, being a druid, might be more in tune with that than anyone. But it's the kind of concern that your whole clan seems to be concerned about, to find more information on, to spend time studying the lands, studying the creatures, studying and helping recover what they can, helping to grow themselves and their powers to be able to fight off this sort of natural disaster. And you being a fairly powerful druid now, perhaps you have a hand in being able to help.
That's the goal.
Perhaps the Children of Fire might have even more insight to give you, more answers. And so you travel on. Oh no. Raven got gassed.
One of the many times I'm glad I had my mic muted.
Beautiful.
I don't know what he eats to do that, but I wish he'd stop eating it.
Well, thankfully, nothing happens of any kind of foul nature, as Kinwin is kind of spinning his head around, kind of looking at the night, the sort of the savanna grasses that are kind of passing by as you're walking. Kind of spending a lot of time in his own head, but nothing amiss happens. And so you continue the day's worth of travel, the long day's worth of travel. And so I'm going to need everyone to roll a constitution check just to see if you suffer any exhaustion by the time you reach the village.
Just a check, not a save.
Correct.
16.
Wait, what's the difference?
Some people might be proficient in constitution saves.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay.
So 16, and for Kurobe?
That would be a 22.
22. You guys are hardy individuals, so you're able to muscle through. You don't get, you're tired, but you don't suffer any kind of ill effects from being exhausted. You kind of muscle through. You reach the village, and the village does have a sort of bed and breakfast called the On Our Way Inn. And this On Our Way Inn has beds. There's several rooms that have multiple beds in them. It's kind of like it's kind of built like a house where the entryway is, but the entryway has a desk with a clerk who takes in travelers and serves food and drink. You know, it's pretty basic when it comes to the food and drink offered here. It's mostly breads and stew and the one ale they serve. And but otherwise, it's a place to rest your head, get a good night's sleep on a bed, and there's a couple of rooms available, so you can divvy up the rooms if you want. It's gonna cost, it's gonna be a 5 gold, so 1 gold each for the stay, so that you each can have a bed. But otherwise the food is served in the morning, and then you return any keys for the rooms to the desk clerk at noon or before noon. But they welcome you to Queen's Bounty Village.
Vanya would like to go take a look around the village in the morning.
Yeah, I think Kurobe would see if there's anything interesting.
You do also have the option for a hot bath as well.
Oh yeah, Kurobe's taking out.
That's good.
Yeah.
It is a single tub bathroom, but it is a hot bath. There's the fire constantly going, and you could always add more water. It gives you a good lavender scented soap in the bathroom that you can scrub down with. It's definitely got like a grit to it, so that you could scrub off anything that you've accumulated on your journey. But yeah, you can take a bath one at a time. Arya definitely indulges in that. All this sleeping in the ground and getting leaves in her hair, grass in her hair. She's happy for it.
Poor thing.
But yeah, after a good night, after a bath, and after maybe snacking on something before the end of the day, you all settle in a couple hours after midnight for your long rest, the there's the clerk tells you that um, there is a kind of nightly patrol by a number of the citizens. It's kind of, they don't really have guards per se, but a couple of the young strapping lads have volunteered to create a sort of community guardship of their own. There's any any criminal action is probably going to lead you either back to back to Combe or back to Wandermore. So it's one of those things where just please don't make a mess. It's a farming village after all.
Well, we're nice. We don't do anything like that.
Cough cough wink wink. Destroyed the Baron of the region. Wink wink.
All right.
To be
All right, here's the
fair, he
question.
attacked us first.
Yeah, here's the question: is there an evil dick running this village?
So far as the clerk tells you, they fall under the leadership uh of the Baron, or in this case General Sarix, but they're mostly just run farms. So that's really all
Yeah,
they do.
I was more being a smartass. I didn't.
Of course you were. Of course you were. No, but yeah, they kind of fall under the jurisdiction of Combe, but are mostly left to their farming desires, which is a lot of ranching for cattle, for like cows, pigs, chickens, some of the and they're all kind of the Argyll variety, where they're, you know, they might be look a little different from anything that you all might be used to. Kurube, this is kind of the usual sort of fare when it comes to the animals that you're used to seeing when it comes to ranching and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It might strike Vanya as a little odd because these cows might be rather thin compared to the fat cows of the country of the Grioran Empire. They're just different.
And she's kind of looking at them curiously, thinking back to the ones she's seen back home, and probably helped feed back home.
Mm-hmm.
It's Vanya, why wouldn't she?
Right. They're not terribly different, but they look a little different,
Yeah.
mostly from the difference in environment.
Curious. As ever.
They might be thin, but they might be hardy as well, because they have to deal with the cold weather. They have to deal with the desert heat that comes wafting in the summer. It's all just strange. And probably, some of the other things that are ranched around here are things like alpaca and sheep and goats and just all sorts of things as you kind of wander around the village the following morning. And you see that people are kind of doing more in the way of trades when it comes to, you see one individual is swapping out a cow for looks like a crate load of chickens, where they're doing some trade.
Good to see the bartering system is still working.
How are we looking for provisions with our stuff?
You still have plenty of provisions of your own.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know if maybe we needed meat, we might be able to trade for some chicken.
No, you have plenty left in your bag. You're probably not going to run out until maybe after you cross the Emerald Sea.
We're not
Okay.
getting a pet chicken.
pet chicken. I wanted to pet eat him.
Reminds me of Mordecluck.
That dragon.
No, the thing we're going to take as a pet is something Coffee sends to kill us. Like in my other campaign when we got a baby manticore.
Manticores are a thing.
Baby dragon that looks like a flying cat.
Well, you have to find a baby dragon's nest. You have to find a dragon's nest first. And as far as you understand, dragons are non-existent. But yeah, this village is otherwise rather quiet.
As in mythological, or as in they died off a long time ago?
Extinction,
Both.
more or less.
Both, question mark. They died off,
To believe.
potentially. But also, whether they existed or not hasn't really been proven, because finding a skeleton of a dragon hasn't really been a thing. There's plenty of depictions on like walls and ruins and all of these other things of things of a dragon shape, but finding actual remains of a dragon, that would be something that that every college in the world would jump on if they found that kind of evidence.
Let's go do some archaeological digs.
Yeah, our Krobe is going to the nearest field and digging.
Going to...
No, I'm just kidding.
Even some of the stories that Arya tells are fantastical in nature. So,
Well, don't I kind of think that dragons are real just because of who I am?
of course you do. But that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you know of any evidence. Like,
Yeah.
a holy relic like a bone or a scale from the Platinum Dragon would be monumental, and you know that that kind of religious relic would be stored somewhere in Kandor, the sort of home of the main church of Bahamut. As many Dragonborn you find are religiously affiliated with the Platinum Dragon for obvious reasons. But otherwise, is there anything else you wanted to do in this quiet little village, or were you looking to press on?
If I would see if there's anything that's needed, just while we're walking around, like maybe
what
they have a
what they
local
need?
wolf picking off cattle if they need like something while we're on the way. You know, like just see if they need any kind of help.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, Krobe's like that. He's like, make sure that there's no local predators and
Mm-hmm.
he's still in kind of
Mm-hmm.
like guildmaster mode.
Yeah. The only thing that they seem to be lacking is news from Kombe, as you know, Kombe kind of has jurisdiction over them. What's happened to Baron Kaiji? What's happening with General Sarix? All of that sort of thing, and they're also kind of worried about the sort of things they hear about the thieves guilds of Kombe, and whether or not they're going to get hit with some kind of some kind of attack to steal cattle or something, because they've dealt with that kind of thing in the past, but it's been a while since anyone's raided their the village.
Okay.
Another kind of oddity that you would have seen along the way, uh, between here and Kombe, is that in those not amongst the ruins, but kind of scattered elsewhere, kind of all over the place, or where have been um, like statues of creatures, people, just kind of frozen in time. Much like you found Arya, in a way.
Hmm.
Where they're just kind of frozen in the midst of something.
Interesting.
Not really put on any pedestals or anything, just kind of
Standing there in the middle of nowhere.
standing there, middle of the field, just kind of stopped and have kind of gotten overgrown with some of the greenery of the savannah. But otherwise, there's nothing really sinister looking about them. But there's, different humanoids, different creatures, all just kind of frozen in stone.
That is strange. Do they look like they've been carved, or they look like they've been petrified in some way?
Make an investigation check.
Oh. 13. Because that's a -2.
They're far too detailed to be carved. Or, if they were carved, somebody went to an extreme amount of precision to even get, like, the texture of the skin right. Because you go up to an apparent human sort of statue, and he's just kind of standing, watching out over the field, kind of and the clothing on him is very much kind of like cold weather garb, and probably a lot more furs than you're used to, but there's detail in that fur that would take ages to carve.
Would there wouldn't, like, since I know the area, there wouldn't be anything like I would know of, like I'm metagaming with basilisks or any kind of wildlife or fauna or flora that might. Could I figure out how they got petrified? Maybe.
That would be a nature check. If you're looking for any creatures that might have done this.
Okay.
Are we doing all the intelligence rolls tonight?
Yeah.
Might as well.
Nope. -1.
Oh,
You have no idea. If this is petrification, it must have been long before your time, because these have been here for ages, long as you know. And with the awakening of Arya, really only then has it really, begged the question, okay, well, are they statues, or are they not? Who or what are these things? But as far as creatures that you know that would do this, you haven't a clue.
I'll know shit.
Oh shit! You don't. There's no clues on them. I'll say that much, as to what petrified them. A couple of them are in a bit of a fear stance. Others are just trapped in a moment. Some creatures One of which is a creature that kind of looks like a sand dog, but it's rather thin. It seems to be kind of chowing down on also uh, a petrified or stone carved carcass. So, but that's some of the oddities that you find kind of dotting the sort of wilderness around you, as well as the road along the road that you kind of pass by. One of which is kind of this kind of towering individual. It's very tall. The statue itself is like missing an arm, but it looks like he's in this sort of stance that he's swinging a weapon, because you see that the shoulders are kind of arched in that way, but the arms are missing, and the the stone is kind of weathered in a way that this particular statue might have been kind of ancient in make.
The odd things we come across. I think Vanya would give them as much news as she knows about
Mm-hmm.
turning Kombe. Obviously skipping the truth about Kaiji.
The truth that you killed him, or the truth that he's dead?
Both. Both. Uh, it.
Okay.
She'll just tell
So you
them
don't
whatever.
mention that he's dead at all.
No, no. She'll just tell them whatever Syrinx has told them to tell people.
Okay.
The situation.
Okay. Yeah, because General Xerix doesn't want an inside of panic, but he is looking to make things run smoothly. Yeah. Yep. You don't want to spur the untempered sort of rage of a red dragonborn. No.
Not at all.
Not at all. But yeah, that's kind of what you see along your travels. And so we're on day 3 of travel northward toward the coast. It is getting a little warmer as you're reaching toward the equator. You know that the sort of equator kind of goes across the Emerald Sea as you start getting into probably a more tropical look as you start heading northward. You know, things like well, more like like coastline stuff, like palm trees and you see that kind of transition as you're making your way northward from Queen's Bounty to Wandermore. And so they tell you that in Wandermore, uh, that it seems that the Baron Inosuke is is kind of contending with the fact that a new magician of some kind has moved into the city, and that particular individual is there to investigate the nearby crystal caves.
Can she get a description of said crystal cave?
It's rumored that it talks to you.
Oh, these crystals again?
Uh-huh. That's what I figured.
Do what now?
So, as they're walking, Vanya will explain to Grove the crystal and that they were sent to investigate when the party first got together.
Okay, so this is an old quest. What did they
Followed
do?
by the structures that she and Lagan found deep beneath the mine that they subsequently collapsed on the way back up.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there was one in Seabeat Canal, one in the caves in the forest, near the Black Burrow, and now this one seems to be near Wandermore.
And importantly, these crystals claim to be the Dragath Titan imprisoned by the land.
Yeah, we don't mess with him much anymore. There's some cause for concern because the crystals, well, at least the first set seemed to be cracking a little. The second one, I can't remember for sure. Were they starting to crack too, or were they fine?
No, it was pretty intact.
Okay, thank you. The second set seemed to be fine. It was just way underground where no one could really get to it. But he's been asking people to try to set him free, and that's just a whole slew of issues we already deal with.
Yeah, so talking crystal then, once you just set it free, what could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. So, yeah, we haven't investigated much of him lately with everything else that has popped up lately, but might as well go investigate this cave to see if it's still intact or not. When we get there, at least.
All right. Well, who's keeping an eye on the road this time?
That would be Vanya. We are
Okay.
not testy. We are not dice again.
I mean, you
Give
could.
Kenwin a chance.
You want to try it again, Lone?
You want to do another perception check? That's a yes. I see him rolling dice.
19.
Ooh, nice.
Better.
Very nice. Yeah, it seems that as you're walking by all of these sort of things around you, that things are just more interesting. There's a lot of interesting things to look at because these people and statues and creatures and things are all of a sort of interesting nature. And you might get sidetracked by them, a couple of times to go and investigate and see what they're about. And all of them are very high in detail. All of them are of various different things. This one you see is it looks like it should have wings, but the wings have broken off. And it's got, it looks like should have a tail, but the tail's broken off, and there's a horn missing. It looks like a tiefling, except more vicious looking. Why someone would carve this, who knows? You've heard of, the sort of religious implications of demons, but and that supposedly tieflings may be spawned from demons, but there's no evidence that such things exist. Much like dragons. There's depictions on everything about what these things might look like, but any evidence of a true demon?
Making notes about the statues and probably sketching every time they come across a new creature or something like human or elf or now the supposed demon looking one.
because it looks like it should have wings, it should have a tail, is missing a horn that kind of just juts out from the top of its head. Like, some tieflings have horns that kind of follow along the skull shape. Some have ones that just jut out. Some are short and some are long. The one that remains is probably juts out from this creature's head from the top about a foot. And its feet are kind of like got the hoof shape like some tieflings do.
Interesting. Could have been under some sort of spell before this happened if this is petrification. That or someone just wanted to have fun.
And as you're kind of passing by more and more of these, you kind of wonder if this desert was the site of some great battle. And that the savannah is sort of the recovery of nature, kind of overtaking it again. Certainly looks like some of these creatures are in the middle of a fight stance.
It's kind of awesome to think of what scale of magic or phenomenon that would have taken out this much and petrified that much. It's
especially over a day's worth of walking.
Yeah, that's a big span. That's a lot of energy.
What direction are they all facing?
They're all kind of facing a random direction. But mostly from there's a lot that are facing towards the desert on the towards your west, and a lot that are facing the savannah that are facing into the east. Kind of an east and west sort of, and this road just kind of weaves a little bit in and out of this sort of frozen, because there's individuals who are not part of a battle, it looks like, because they're just standing there like that shepherd that you saw. But there are others that are clearly in a fight. All of it's very odd.
I wonder if the ones facing east and west, if they're parts of opposing armies. It looks the ones that are fighting in any case.
Vanya, make me an investigation check. You do get a lot of that, because you start to see patterns in the way that they're dressed. Some humans and some of these other creatures are dressed in one fashion, and then a few are dressed in another fashion, and a lot of them are weathered, but you're starting to see patterns. You're definitely starting to see patterns in what they're wearing. Now, there may be few and far between when it comes to the individual statues, but you've walked by enough of them now to recognize that there are indeed several armies here. What it means, who they are, what their alignments are, you'd have no idea. You don't know what any of these symbols mean, but you're seeing the patterns in them at least.
taking as much detailed notes as she can.
Who would have guessed that that this entire party is a party of archaeologists?
At this point, it seems to be the way we've gone.
You want to study the ancient history.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Which there's a lot of history to this world.
Oh, yes.
Penguin likes knowledge.
Kenwin likes knowledge. So does everyone else in the party. Arya seems to be a little distracted by some of these sometimes. She's not really saying much. But
Anya's going to leave her to her thoughts and just ask her about it later when they're further away from them.
mm-hmm. But that would conclude the first day of travel. From Queen's Bounty to toward Wandermore. Wandermore is probably another few days out, so we can do a little bit of a quick sort of jaunt towards Wandermore, where I'm gonna ask for a high or low.
I'm not picking.
Hi.
Is everyone just going with Vanya's choice?
Oh yeah, I fail these every time, so I'm not picking.
Are you going along with Vanya, Kinwin?
Yes.
Okay, so high it is. Over the course of the next few days, you've passed by enough of the ruins and the sort of petrified armies that you've discovered. You've wandered far enough away from them. The surrounding sort of places are filled with just tall grass and the occasional acacia trees. It's very easy to see everything around you. And so you start to get a little comfortable going down the road. You don't think there's anything of a dangerous nature out here. Thieves Guild, you could take them. That is until you spot a wagon. A wagon that seems unassuming at first. So you start to pass on by. A bolt whiffs by your head, Korobe. Kind of brushing through your hair. Even if you hadn't just moved just slightly just now, that bolt would have gone straight through your head.
I would immediately draw my sword and face the direction.
And a number of masked individuals with crossbows in their hands jump out of their cart. And so I need to set this up, and we're going to roll initiative after the break. So we'll be right back, everybody.
Hooray! I get to hit things.
You know what? I am not sorry about that.
Be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everyone, to Rebirth and D&D Tale. The Lucky Sevens, while walking on the road, were passing a cart. And as they were doing so, well, it turns out that a crossbow bolt whiffed by Kurobe's head, barely missing him. So, with that, the rest of the cart kind of emptied out and spilled out into the road, and that is where we find ourselves. We have the Lucky Sevens, and we have the other party of individuals, and there seem to be a lot of them. So, I need everyone to roll initiative.
1.
1.
I'm keeping this shit real. Like, Kurobe's like, fuck, I don't have to go first. I'll just look. You guys do
Look,
your
I'm
thing.
also-
I'm gonna walk up and kill someone.
I'm also going to be piloting Lagon and
Hey,
and Arya. I don't have their full character sheets, so I'm just going to probably just be using cantrips with both of them. So
That works. 16.
16 for Vanya,
Mm-hmm.
and Kinman was
8.
8. And then I rolled for Lagon, which is all of 3.
Yep, we're keeping it strong.
Yep, cleric initiative.
Oh god.
That's the heavy armor bonus, baby.
Arya rolled a 10.
So as usual, Vanya's leading the charge.
And then there's several sets of individuals. Yep. Figures. Figures. All right.
Little girl. Rolling low today.
Yep. I have one person going ahead of you. One.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I already had a plan in mind anyway. So that
At least
might
I
work
won't be
my
in
way.
range. Yeah, at least I won't be in range to get hit by it this time.
Oh no, I'm not going that route.
Oh.
Yet.
Yet.
Oh, we got a Bio Titan. I don't want to fight that.
Cat! Go on. BB.
And there's now no camera.
Lagon is the only one who suffered.
Look, I did not sign up to fight a Tarrasque this early. It may be cute, but it is still terrifyingly big.
That's Dradith.
There we go.
Oh, wait, hang on. Why is that sheet not working? Hang on. Okay, I'll work with this. Here. Is this sheet working? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, Kiki, you stay over there.
But baby.
Baby. Baby. Okay, so now that we have everything sort of set up. Oh, and also Voivode Kahotek, thank you so much for coming along. And Stargana, thanks for the raid. Alright. Love it. Love to see it. All right. So first off, a couple of what you see after all of these thieves start to kind of pile out of this cart. You see that two of them have rather the mask that they're wearing is like solid metal. It's very flat face. But they're going first, so they are going to let's see they are going to they're going to walk up. And actually, a bonus action dash to get up to you. Korobe, and
Yes. Come within melee range.
come within melee range.
Come to butthead.
All right, and so that one is going to make a melee attack roll.
Okay.
That is going to be a 15 to hit.
Negative.
Negativo. All right. Yeah, they have. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is going to use a crossbow, and is going to aim at you. And that is going to be a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. Crossbows. Light crossbow is a d6. Plus sneak attack. That is going to be 12 points of piercing damage.
Ooh. Wait. Sneak attack, that's only with finesse weapons, right?
And with ranged weapons.
Oh, it's ranged weapons too? Okay.
Yep.
I did not know that. I thought you had it only worked with like bows. I didn't know crossbows could work.
Yeah,
That's
crossbows
cool.
count. Crossbows count.
Ah. You learn something new every day, folks.
Yep.
Even though you've been playing years. Stupid little things.
Yep. That does it for the two with the sort of metallic faces. Vanya, it's your turn.
Alright. So, first off, bonus action to give, let me look. Kurobe a bardic inspiration.
Ooh, bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
And then she's just kind of giving the guy that just tried to attack him a bit of a playful smile, then dissonant whispers.
Ooh, a dissonant whispers. What's the saving throw on
Yes.
that?
That would be a 13.
DC 13.
Yep.
What kind of save? Charisma? Wisdom?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. DC 13. Ooh, natural 20.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Fucking rolled low in the initiative. Going natural 20 us with everything else.
Right.
love
Let's see here. Okay, half damage of 3d6.
Alright. Roll 3d6.
So full total is 13.
13 half to 6.
Yep.
13 half to 6, and that was at the one in front of
Yep,
front of
that
Kurobe?
was at the one. Yep.
Okay, so that's okay.
And now it's to the nice, sweet little puppy.
Poppers, what's he doing?
Zephyr's gonna move around to the same guy and go for a bite.
Okay, he's gonna flank him.
Which-
So
Which he
Advantage.
will need to make a strength saving throw.
strength saving throw as well.
And
You do need to roll to hit first.
yeah, I'm just letting you know. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yep. So he needs to make that saving throw, which that's a DC 11.
That is oh, that's a 10.
He is now prone.
Oh, goody.
And he is max damage. That is, let's see here. 13 points of damage.
13. Oh my.
Good boy, Zephyr.
You see when Zephyr goes to bite this individual, and when they knock them prone, you see that the limbs of this sort of thief farmer sort of garbed individual, that their limbs are made of metal, and that sparks start to come out as Zephyr goes to bite them.
Interesting. But that will end my turn.
All right, that ends it for Vanya. Arya is going to, at the one at range, is going to cast a firebolt. I don't remember what her charisma score is. Give me a second to check her charisma score, because she has firebolt. Oh, maybe she doesn't. She does have Sacred Flame, so instead that's going to be a DC 16 on the saving throw. That is... yep, that's going to be damage. So she casts... You see this sort of... the same kind of flames that you see that that Lagon uses come from Arya. She throws a flame that's sort of white hot at at this robot, this metal individual, and she you can see that it's a lot of the same that you've seen from Lagon. It's very similar in style, which is also going to be 2d8 because she... There's my d8. Okay, so that's 6 points of radiant damage, and that's on the one at range. Okay. That's kind of what she does for her turn, except she's going to kind of move back here behind Lagon. She doesn't exactly want to be in the front lines. Which brings us to Kinwin. You are right here, my lad.
Raise my staff and yell out "Gallow melt" and call forth a thundercloud above the enemies on the far side of the screen.
Nice.
And then call down a thunderbolt on, I think, that guy in the middle with the gray bottom. That seems like it would have most of the enemies within 5 feet of him.
Yeah. That's actually, when you look at this person, she's, this is actually a tiefling woman. And these other two are actually on the cart. They just fell off.
Because cat.
Because cat.
These people ain't metal either, too?
Not these ones, no. You can see that they are actually tiefling women. The one dressed in yellow, blue, and red, they all seem to have very similar features. They might be triplets. So you call down lightning on the red one?
Yes. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so that looks like red, looks like this individual here, and these two over here, and the one behind her. So that's going to be 6 saving throws. What's the DC?
15.
15. Okay. And that's dexterity saves?
Yes.
Okay. Red, it's a 2, so go ahead and roll your damage. So red takes full. The guy behind her, that's a natural 1. The 2 on the side, that's a 10. And a 13, so none of those are gonna work. And then the one in front of the cart, that's a nope. No one actually makes the save.
Nice. 25 damage to all.
25 each.
And you're worried about me.
25 out of 30 max damage.
Coffee's worried about me. That's funny.
The lightning damage does seem to do a lot to this metal individual. Just kind of seizes up, and is it looks like he's not doing too hot. All right. Anything else on your turn, Kinwin? You're right here. Do you want to move any?
No, I'm good.
Good sitting right there. All right. That means it is some thieves' turns. This one is going to bonus action dash up to Kurobe. And is going to roll a melee attack roll. That's all of 11.
Funny enough, I don't think that hits.
No.
No.
And this one is going to bonus, or just to kind of walk up here. It's also going to do an attack roll. This one's at advantage because he's flanking with one of his buddies on Zephyr. That is going to be 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that's going to be sneak attack. He's using a short sword. That is 12, 15. That's 20 points of slashing damage.
Was that to me?
Nope, that is to Zephyr.
Oh no, puppers.
No.
Who did that so I can kill him first?
That would be the guy directly behind him.
And then this third one is going to jump over Red, dash up, and it's also going to... actually, I think he has enough movement that he can get to you, Kurobe.
Okay.
And he is going to also... he's also going to attack, and he does have flanking with his prone friend.
But doesn't he have to have be a threat? So prone not make
Prone does not make you not a threat. Unconscious.
Oh yeah, I
does.
guess you can. I guess you can still attack from prone, even though
You
it
can.
sucks.
Yeah. He's at advantage. So that's
I retract my statement.
19 to hit.
19 will hit.
All right, that is also going to be sneak attack for him. Also with a short sword. That is 14 points of slashing damage.
14 points of slash. Okay.
And that does it for the three thieves. Lagon's turn. Let's see, what is Lagon's strength? He might just wallop this guy with his hammer. With his new hammer.
Das new hammer.
Das new hammer. Yeah, he's gonna bop him over the head. Bop this thief over the head. This one right here next to him.
I cast bonk.
Bonk.
Doesn't stop.
That's a natural 1. Sorry, Lagon. I'm not going to bother casting spells with him, so that's the end of his turn. Next up is the Tiefling Sisters. All of which can shoot you from range. They're going to cast a firebolt. So, I'm just going to roll all 3 at once, because I have 3d20s in my hand. They're all aiming at you, Kurobe. That is... lowest is going to be a 16 to hit.
Nope. I need 17 plus.
Okay, then I have a 17 and a 22. Or
Those
23.
generally work.
Okay. So for the first one, firebolt is d8s. Yeah, it's d8s. It's for 10 points of fire damage. The second one is for 7 points of fire damage.
I will actually use my reaction to cast absorb elements.
Okay. That will work on one of the attacks.
Which one was the high one?
The high one was for 10 points.
10 points. Yeah, I will use it on that.
Okay. So it reduces it half to 5, and then you have 5 points that you can add to fire damage, right?
Yep. What was the second one?
Second one was 7.
Okay, so that's 12 total.
12 total. Yep. Which does make it your turn.
Ooh. Okay. Give me a 1 second to think about this, because I get to have fun, and I gotta pick the order of which I'm gonna cut these guys up.
Yep.
You could always start with the one that damn near took Zephyr out in one hit.
Which is all the way
I'm
on the
gonna
other
take-
side. It would be an attack of opportunity.
I'm going to cut my way towards that guy so he knows what fear is.
Okay. So there's the prone guy in front of you. There's the red tiefling in front of you, or there's the masked thief behind you. That you can do in your personal range right now.
I will do since he's prone, that's advantage, so
Yep.
First I'm going to pop my wings and tell them that they fear the wrath of Bahamut.
Some spectral dragon wings kind of just spread out in sort of like almost like a veiny nature out of the Kurobe's back, and kind of glisten with a sort of platinum white light. They're very transparent and ethereal, but still very much glowing. He has this sort of almost ring of light around his head as well. And so, yeah, you're going to attack the metal guy on the ground.
Metal guy on the ground is getting attacked.
Attack it did.
Oh, that's a natural 20 for the first one. So that's going to suck for him.
Yeah, it's going to suck. Get him.
So hold on.
Roll the damage.
I gotta get that d6. I gotta get that d6, and then those two d6s.
And this, folks, is why we let Kurobe go last.
Yes, this is why we let Kurobe go
Okay.
last, because he destroys all of my
that really
monsters.
sucks for him because I rolled 2 6s on the slashing damage. So that is
Also, Desolate Fox, thank you so much for the raid.
So that is.
And Thantos, I love your natural 20 and natural 1 emotes from Darling Creep Show. It makes sense.
Okay, my first hit does 41 damage. 14 of that being fire. If that matters.
Nice.
No, it doesn't matter. Nope.
Okay.
But
Attack
sparks
number.
start to fly in sort of a chaos as you're slashing through with your essentially holy weapon.
Yeah. Let's see, number 2. That is a little bit less. So that's 9. Does does a 20 hit?
20 will hit, yes.
Okay. So that will be, oh, I get to reroll those because those are 1s. So that's another 18 damage to him.
That 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 metal individual ceases functioning. He's just a pile of. He's now just a pile of metal in
Ooh.
thief armor.
You know what?
So he's no
Who's
longer
next?
a threat. Yep.
Who's next? Who's next around me?
We have red tiefling thief. We have skull, like kind of a skull mask thief.
Okay, which one attacks Zephyr?
Neither of those two. This one
Oh.
behind them.
Oh.
Did.
Those. You know what? Tiefling Thief is in range. I'm going to go ahead and action surge.
Action surge.
So that I get 2 more attacks.
Get it. Get it. This is why
be...
Kurobe should not be allowed to have turns. It wipes out all my shit.
17?
17 will hit.
Oof. Oh, those get to be rerolled. That's 8. That's a 16 damage.
16 damage.
And then number 2, yeah, it's an 18 plus a lot. And that'll go for another 15 damage.
Another 15 damage. Okay. Who lordy. He's starting to bleed pretty profusely. This guy is flesh. All right. That doesn't do it for you, Kurobe?
That'll do it for me.
All right. This one back here starts muttering something. And has gathered a couple of spectral entities around him.
Not this again.
All right. They are going to hover kind of around in a sort of random fashion. Not moving very fast. They're kind of just wandering. Which then brings it back to my robot fellow. My one robot fellow has a crossbow out. He is going to shoot you, Kurobe. And there's nobody flanking, so he doesn't have advantage. Although that is going to be a quick old 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
That'll still be sneak attack because he has allies adjacent.
Yep.
It'll be a light crossbow. That is going to be 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And he is going to move back here and bonus action, or actually behind this tree. He's gonna,
Oh, I forgot. The one dude, the second dude, he would have taken another 6 points of damage because of the absorb element.
oh, absorb elements
Sorry.
only works on one attack, doesn't it?
Yeah, but don't you get to choose the attack?
I guess. I thought you'd already used it
No,
on the crit that you made.
no, I forgot about it.
Oh. Okay, so that.
No, that was just from the slash damage and the flame tongue.
Oh, lordy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I should have used it on him because it would have doubled that dice too.
Bro. This is why I don't give Kurobe turns.
Look, at least I go last, so you get to do something with all of them before I kill someone.
Well, this last robot guy is gonna bonus action hide. Noted. Alright. Which brings us to Vanya.
She's going to go up to the guy behind Zephyr, pulling both her short swords.
Get it. Get it, girl.
First one's going to be with the sword of wounding.
Sword of wounding. Go ahead.
That's a dirty 20.
Yes.
And that is 3 points of damage from that one.
3 points, okay.
Offhand with the normal one. 23
23 hits.
for 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And then extra attack again with the short sword of wounding.
Get it. Get
She
it, girl.
is pissed.
Yeah, get it, girl.
19.
19 will hit.
That is extra. Max damage, 7 points of damage.
Ooh. Okay.
So at the start of his next turn, he's going to be taking, I think it's 2d4 at this point. He's going to hit with it twice.
Okay. Just remind me when it comes back to their turn. They're after Kinwin, so.
Okay.
Alright.
And he'll have the opportunity to make a Constitution saving for that too.
On his turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
On his turn.
Okay. Just remind me when it comes back to his turn. They're after Kinwin.
Yep.
Because I'm probably going to forget.
Great.
Anything else, Vanya?
Can Zephyr move behind her without triggering an attack opportunity?
No.
Okay. Then he's gonna turn and bite the guy.
Turn and bite. Get it.
Let's see, 14. 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
And he needs to make that strength saving.
That is 14.
He passes, so he's prone. But he's still taking 9 points of damage.
Okay. Okay.
And that would be it for my turn.
Okay. Arya doesn't like what's happening to Zephyr, so she's gonna Sacred Flame that guy. So he has to make a dexterity saving throw. And he does not save. And that's 2d8 radiant damage. Which is all of 9. 9!
9.
9? Alright. That does it for Arya. Kinwin.
I would like to recast Call Lightning on as many people within a 5 foot radius as I can.
Yep, so long as you're concentrating, you can call another bolt. Um, the closest that are together would probably be this point right here, because you would get 4.
Yep, that sounds good.
That would get the most of them. So they're all doing dexterity saving throws.
For 15. Yes.
DC 15. Okay, so the 3 sisters. One got an 18, the other got a 13 and a 5.
18 damage to those who failed, 9 to the one who saved.
Okay, so that's 45. Okay. Okay. And then the last, that last guy. That guy got a that's a 20, so he got the 9 damage. Okay. Okay. All right. So, is that it for you, Kinwin? You doing anything else?
Nope.
Nope. All right. Then it's our thieves' turn. What you said, they make they take the wounding
They
damage.
take 2d4 necrotic, which that would be
So that's that one
6
guy.
points.
That
Yep.
one guy has 6 points. He is not looking so good. He is bleeding profusely.
And if he wants to make that Constitution saving throw, it is a DC 15.
He does not pass.
Oh, good. I get to build more on top of it, providing he survives.
Yeah, he's not exactly happy about what's going on right now. He's looking a little worse for wear, so he's gonna bonus action disengage. And he is going to make a mad dash away back over here.
Yeah, hurt my dog again, you son of a bitch.
The other guy the other 2 guys, however, are not. Uh, they're a little bit more hale, and so they want to get that big damage in on Korobe, so they're both going to attack. First is the red tiefling, and that is going to be 22 to hit.
Well, that'll hit.
That's going to be sneak attack with the short sword. And that is 11 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
Second guy.
Groby's he's looking a little bloody.
He's looking pretty bloody.
He's looking pretty bloody. Like he's taking hits, but he's trading.
Mm-hmm. And this other guy wants some of your face too, so he's going in for an attack as well. That's a 12. I think that misses.
I think that might miss.
Yeah.
I hold on. Let me check my sheet. Yeah, it misses.
Yeah. He doesn't like what you're doing though, so he's gonna bonus action disengage and walk away from you. Now that he's got his hit in.
Dirty son of a bitch.
And this guy is 2. He's gonna make you chase him. Alright, so that's the thieves. Lagon's turn. What is Lagan gonna do? Yeah, he's gonna Sacred Flame at the red tiefling. So the tiefling has to make a dex save. That is all of 10. That is not gonna work. Which means he takes 15 points of 15 points of radiant damage. Oh, which one was it? Oh, that's this one. Okay. It's not looking so hot. That's Lagon's turn. Now it's the Sorcerer Sisters. Red is going to require you all, after some muttering of some words, require you all to make a dexterity saving throw. As she is doing something a little bit big.
Oof.
Except for Arya. Arya doesn't need to make one. But Lagan, Kinwin, Kurobe, Zephyr, and Vanya need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, that is a 22 for Vanya.
Dirty one.
Dirty one. For Lagan, that is 16.
That's a nat 20 for Zephyr.
Yeah, that's not gonna make it. Okay. So DC is 19. So who had more than that? Or no, not 19. It's 17. DC 17.
Kurobe's probably going to go down here.
Sorry, what? So who had blah, 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 blah,
Vanya's the only one that got above.
that passed? Okay, so that's gonna be
Vanya and Zephyr passed.
6d6.
Oh, cool. Fireball.
Yeah,
Hold on, wait. I might be okay.
you might be okay.
No, fuck. It's...
Zephyr's not going to be okay.
Nope, I'm not okay.
That is 15, 18, 21, 25, 29 points of fire damage, halved to 10 for those who take half.
Zephyr's down.
Kurobe's down.
Down. Kurobe is down. Okay. Okay. And Blue is going to fire off a cold spell.
Should have saved that absorb elements. I haven't had to use that in a long time, so I will be being more judicious with that in the future. I didn't know there was spellcasters in there.
Yep.
I didn't think about it. Oh,
Yep.
Stupid.
Just shooting some ice at Vanya.
Okay.
That is going to be a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay, that's going to be... I'm just going to treat it like this. 7 points of cold damage.
Okay.
And yellow is casting something similar, but it is lightning. That's gonna be at Vanya again. And that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
No, am I wrong? No. Yeah, 21.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. That is 8 points of lightning damage.
Her hair's a little frizzled by now. She's not happy
Nope.
at all.
Nope. Not at all. Kurobe, you are unconscious. Make a death save.
Oh, that's cocked. Nope, that's a failure.
Oof. Then...
The cock probably would have passed, but, you know, fucking knuckle. Shit.
This guy is going to shoot some necrotic damage at Vanya.
Okay.
But I think that's a miss. That's all of 8.
Yeah, that misses.
Alright, well, he misses. The West's kind of wandering about. One goes toward Vanya. The other goes toward Lagan. Another goes a little this way. What do they do? Oh. I could be mean. Oh, I could be mean. As a bonus action, Kurobe, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 10.
Oh yeah, it's an 8, and I know I have an 18 con, so even without the save, it should be good.
Yep. If you made it, you beat it. Then, as its regular action, it is going to shock Lagan. I don't know. What is this AC? Nope, that's not gonna hit.
He's in plate. Yeah, he's in plate.
Yep. And then the other one, is close enough to try and consume life on Zephyr. DC 10 Constitution save for Zephyr.
Yep. Let me bring it up. Oh, that's an 18 without even the modifier.
Fantastic. And it's going to then swipe at you with a shock.
It can try.
It can try. That is spell attack. That is a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 2d8. That is 13 points of lightning damage.
Yeah, her hair is really frizzled.
Yep. And this one's not close enough to an enemy to do anything, so it's not going to. Robots. Well, he bonus action hid last time. So... Vanya, make a perception check.
Okay. Hang on. Math 25.
Oh yeah, you see him. You see him long before he pops off his shot. He's shooting at you. That is going to be 15 to hit.
Miss.
Yep, you saw it coming, so it's a miss. All right, Vanya, your turn.
Alright. She's going to call over to Kinwin to get Kurobe up, and she's going to cure wounds on Zephyr.
Cure wounds on Zephyr.
And that's going to be 1d8. That's the wrong die. This is the die I need. Actually, she is going to do that at level 2.
Level 2, okay.
She wants her baby back up. And he's getting 10 points of health back. Because she's not letting her baby lay there like that. And then Zephyr's going to get on his feet and move back toward Arya.
I'll move back toward Arya.
Yep.
Okay, the Will-O-Wisp is going to get an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay.
Is that you or Zephyr that's moving?
That's Zephyr.
Oh, Zephyr. So it's not an
Yeah,
attack
Zephyr.
on you, it's an attack on Zephyr.
Yep.
Okay, so it is going to get an attack, which is a 18 to hit.
Yeah, they'll hit.
Okay. That's 13 points of lightning damage.
And he's down again.
But he's down next to Arya. He made it that far.
Yep.
All right. So, anything else, Vanya?
Let me see if I have any good bonus actions I can do. No, that requires an attack. No, that's it for me.
That's it for you? Okay. That brings us to Arya. Arya is going to kneel down next to Zephyr as he's near passed out, and she's going to touch him with her hands, and a sort of white light comes out and kind of gets absorbed by Zephyr. Zephyr has been able to get 8 hit points.
Yay.
He's still down, but he's alive. So I'm going to mark off on Arya's sheet that she used that.
And now it's up to Kinwin to get Kurobe up.
Okay. And that's Arya's turn. Kinwin.
Woden.
All those enemies in the north are still up, right?
Yep, there's kind of 5 within the range of the cart.
I'm gonna do the tall lightning on the
All right, so call lightning in the middle of them. Gonna shock them all. All right, there's the 3 sisters. And that's a dexterity save, right?
Yep. Wait, that's the third time I've done that, right?
Yeah.
Wait, does it take up a slot?
No,
every
you have
time I do it?
concentration.
Concentration?
Yeah, if you have concentration, it doesn't take any extra slots.
It's part of the same spell that you keep calling lightning out of the same cloud you created.
Yep. As long as you have concentration, you have that cloud. And then this was the sorcerers. Got a 7, 14, and 19. Or 20.
12 damage to the ones that didn't save, 6 to the one that did.
Okay, and then it was the two other guys over here. And that's a natural 20 on one. So that's this guy. He has 6. And then a... that thief is all of 6, so he takes 12. Ooh, this guy's actually Dunzo Magunzo. He dead.
Good.
Yeah, I killed someone. That rarely happens.
And you knocked Vanya over.
Oh, I did, didn't I? You ain't dead.
Yet.
Yet. Okay. Alright. Well.
Okay, and as a bonus action, I will be upcasting Healing Spirit on Kurobe.
Alright. How much health is Kurobe going to get?
And
10 points. Alright.
Take it.
Yeah.
I thought Kenwin forgot about me for a second.
figured use my action spell on the enemies and then the bonus action on you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Alright. That does it for Kinwin's turn. It's our Thief's turn. Who we have a couple over here still, so they're not in a spot where they can get sneak attack, so yeah, they're both just gonna shoot at Vanya.
Okay.
Crossbow bolts. One's a natural 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
He does not get sneak attack on that. That first one. First one's gonna be all of 4 damage. And then the second one is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that is... Oh, wait. The first one I did not add the dexterity modifier, so that's 2 more for that. And then the second one is a 6 total.
And Vanya's down.
Vanya's down.
Yep.
Alright. So that's those 2. Because there's that third one's dead. Next up is Lagon. Lagon is going to rush over to Vanya. And I'm just going to use the cantrip Spare the Dying, so if anybody wants to do something, they can. But that's going to be his turn. Next up is the sisters. Who are going to what are they going to do? Red is going to shoot a firebolt at Lagon. It's gonna miss. Blue is going to shoot an ice shard sort of thing at Lagon. Oh, that's a natural 1. And yellow's gonna shoot lightning at him. And that's a miss too. So they don't, they whiffed on their turn. Well, that's not looking good. So they're gonna all kind of just dart behind the cart. They don't like what they're seeing. Krobe, you have health.
I would like to stand up.
You can stand up for half your movement.
And where's the closest man to me?
Closest thief, because you have a wisp on your tail.
Do I know what those are?
You fought them in Kombe, so I imagine so.
I don't remember what they are. Can I hit them with a sword?
You can attempt to. Can certainly try.
Well, I mean, if I remember fighting them, did they take damage from a sword?
They. They can. But they are resistant. You would know that. You can hit them. It just takes.
First off, I'm going to bonus action. Second win.
Second win.
Okay, I need. This is D8. This is D10. Okay, that gives me. Okay, ooh. Take those. Alright, Krobe's not looking as terrible.
That's good.
Where's the closest thief?
The closest thief is about 20 feet away from you. You have 2 wisps between you and him. So you're right here. There's 2 wisps and this guy.
Could I make it to him?
You can. You get an attack of opportunity from one of the wisps.
I'll take the attack of opportunity. I want to cut down the human targets.
Oh, okay. Well, in this case, he's a tiefling, but yeah.
Well, humanoidish. The flesh and blood.
The flesh and blood. That's a natural 20.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's not tracks. Coffee.
That tracks. For all of 18 points of lightning damage.
Oh, cool. Everything I just healed.
I'm so sorry.
You're not sorry.
You're
Don't even.
I'm so
Don't
sorry.
even. Don't even pretend you're sorry,
I'm
Coffee.
so sorry.
Yeah, the laughing helps the sincerity so much. All right, I'm peeing off on this
Nervous
guy.
laughter.
All right, this guy is going to get hit by 19.
Thank you, Thantos. I am being the best sus ST that there is. Sorry, what was the damage? Or what was the roll?
Hit.
19 to hit will hit.
Alright, let's see. That will be 16 points damage.
Ooh. On that guy? Yep.
And then yeah, that'll definitely hit. And that will be for 21 points of damage.
And the others, yeah, he's down. Do you kill him?
If I can basically take them down and we can start figuring out where they're from, that would be good.
Well, is the well, yeah, the slash isn't enough to kill outright, but you You can kill him if you want.
I'm not going to coup de grace him if I can just make him out of the fight and question him later.
Yep,
I will
he's
do
knocked
both.
out. The lightning bolt, sadly, does not give you a choice. Anything
What
else,
lightning bolt?
Kurobe?
No, but what lightning bolt? I didn't fire a lightning bolt.
No, Kinwin. Kinwin's lightning
Oh,
bolt does not give him a choice of whether he can.
okay. I understand now. I was like, wait, I didn't do lightning. Nani?
Lonnie? This guy, what's he gonna do? This guy, what's he gonna do? He's gonna go back and check on this individual. Kind of kneel down in front of him. Kind of pulled him up into his arms. And that's all you see. The wisps. Vanya, you are unconscious.
Yep.
DC 10 Constitution saving throw, please. For the wisps.
That is a 19.
You're perfectly fine. It's going to come over to the gun and try and bap him with a shock. That's a miss. This one's going for Kinwin. It's going to bop you with the shock. That is 21 to hit.
That's
That is 8 lightning damage. And this other is at Kurobe. But he's also going to bonus action. Something. That's a failure. And then he's going to attack you, Kurobe.
Okay.
That is 18 to hit.
That hits. I'm about to go down again.
That is 4 points of lightning damage.
Okay, I'm good.
All right.
be the only one not unconscious.
Well, that's what happens when you ignore wisps. That brings us back to my robot man. Kurobe, make a perception check.
That's 18 plus 5, so 23.
You see it coming? Yeah, it's going to be an attack. And that is a miss because you see it coming long before he has a chance. So he's going to, again, try to bonus action hide. Noted. And that brings us to Vanya.
Yeah, I'm going to make a death save, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
18?
Wait, Vanya?
pass.
Didn't I not go since the last time she rolled when she was unconscious?
No, you didn't you go?
No, he didn't.
Oh, well, I guess on accident I skipped your turn. My bad. And Zephyr's up, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, what were you gonna do, Kinwin?
How many enemies are left alive?
There's 3 wisps and 3 sisters and another individual kind of in the back that looks a little old. Kind of malformed.
Okay, I'm just gonna cast an upcasted Cure Wounds on Vanya.
Okay. So Vanya, you're gonna be, you would have passed anyway because you're not unconscious. Okay.
22 points of healing.
All right.
How many?
22.
Nice. Alright. So I think it's actually my turn now.
Yes, because we.
Okay.
And some bonus action spells that attack enemies.
Yeah, bonus action attacks are kind of a ranger thing, not a druid thing.
Yep. Which,
So I
speaking
don't know
of,
anything else from that time.
Yep. She's gonna get up, pulling her bow.
Gets up, pulling a bow. Got a wisp next to
Guys, this fight might be a little bit too hard for us. Just keep going down, and there's still 6 people out.
Let's see here. Which ones do I want to hit? Is the yellow sister within 5 feet of the other two?
Yes, she is. Well, she's within 5 feet of the one with the kind of purplish guy, and then she's also no, she's 10 feet away from blue, so she's next to purple guy.
Hail of Thorns on red.
Hello, on red or on yellow?
On red. On red.
On red.
She's wanting to do some harm to these sisters, so we're going to upcast that to level 2.
Okay. Get it.
Oh, let's see here. 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Alright. Initial damage.
Okay.
To, what was it? Red I was aiming at?
Yeah. Yep.
Is 9 points of damage for that. And now comes the fun part. They need to make a dex saving throw.
So red and blue make a dexterity saving throw. Natural 20 for red.
Okay.
And then a 2 for blue.
Oh, red's going to take half.
Okay.
And that is... Wow, my dice hate me. 9 points of damage total. So blue's taking 9 and red's taking half.
Okay, so 9 and 4 is 13. Okay. Okay.
And then red's going to get another arrow out.
Alright. Get it.
Hang on, I'm making sure that's not a...
As big as this cart is, I'm not counting it as cover.
No. Okay, I'm just making sure it wasn't like a bonus action. Or extra attack.
No, it's just a part of your attack action.
Yeah. It's been so long.
Yeah.
22.
22 hits.
And that is 7 points of damage to red.
Alright.
And Zephyr is staying still by Arya.
Staying put by Arya. Okay. Arya is going to Sacred Flame the Wisp in front of Kinwin. So the Wisp needs to make a dexterity saving throw, which is... Well, that is a 23. So it does not... The Sacred Flame does not hit it.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. She tried. She's staying next to Zephyr. Kinwin, your turn. You have a wisp in front of you. You know what this is like. What you doing, Kinwin? Still have your lightning cloud.
Yeah, but if I cast out on the wisp, it'll hit me too.
Yeah, it would. Or you can always do it at a point where it like lands right here and just catches the wisp.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you can be
I'll
precise
do
with
that.
it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. You want to just get the wisp that's in front of you? Okay. Lightning. It needs to make a dexterity save.
Yep.
That is 11.
Take 17 points of damage.
Ooh. Okay. Anything for a bonus action?
No.
Alright. Then it is a thief's turn. A thief is going to run back behind this tree, and he's going to try and bonus action hide. Kurobe, make me a perception check.
That will be 17.
17. That is not going to pass. He is going to have advantage for attacking you from hiding. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yep.
And that is going to be sneak attack. That is 16 points of piercing damage.
Yep, I'm down.
Down again.
Hey, Mother, don't forget you do have that bardic inspiration.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that works on saves and attack rolls.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was the thief's turn, and he is no longer hidden because he attacked, so he can't do much else on his turn. So that takes his turn out. The Gon is going to he's going to bonk this wisp right beside him and Vanya, which is going to be... I don't think this is very strong for him. Yeah, because that's going to be a 14 to hit, which is... not going to hit the wisp. Nope, it whiffs. Which brings us to the sisters. They... Red doesn't like that you shot at her, Vanya. So she's going to
Okay.
center a fireball on you. Which is going to get the Wisp and Lagon. Or the Wisps and Lagon. But not Kinwin. Because she's focused firing on you. So dexterity saving throws. Dex save for Wisp. That's a natural 20. Second Wisp
That's nat 20 for Vanya too.
is 11. Okay. So the
Coffee,
total.
I need to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Your turn is next, so just be aware.
Yep, I'll be back in 1 minute.
So 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. And then Lagon's dexterity save is is 14, which does not save.
Oof.
So he takes the full 16. No. Yeah, 16 points of damage. 16 fire damage for those who did not save. Halved for those who did. Ooh, that's actually even less than that because they're resistant. Okay. Okay, so it does bring us to Kurobe's turn.
Yep.
Because the other two are not going to do anything.
And he's not back just yet.
Nope. Actually, Red's going to call out to you all and say, "Give up your possessions and we'll let you live."
How about no, sweetheart?
Then you have
About
chosen
you let us
death.
keep our possessions and we'll let you live.
Then you have chosen death.
We're well acquainted with it.
Okay. Well, then I guess blue and yellow are going to do something then.
Okay.
Blue is going to hop back up on the cart. And she's going to fire a shot at you. A cold shot.
How about we negotiate? I'll give you 5 gold.
All of it.
None of it.
That is a 13.
Who's she firing at?
You.
That misses.
Miss. Alright. And the yellow's doing the same thing.
Sorry
that's
about that.
That's even less.
They demanded all our valuables while you were gone. They would not accept 5 gold in exchange.
Oh, if someone gets me back up, I'll offer the point of my sword.
Kurobe, it's your turn.
That's saving throw.
Let's save.
That's a pass.
Passed. Cool beans. Alright. this guy over here is going to also cast a spell. Yeah. He's going to get up a little further, and he is going to cast a very large spell. It'll be a cone of cold in this direction.
Okay.
But I don't have my template. So it's going to catch Vanya, Lagon, these wisps, and this wisp and Kinwin. It is going to, I think, miss on Arya and Zephyr, though. So it's not going to get them. But wisps do not pass.
What saving throw is this?
It is Constitution.
18.
18 is going to pass. It's DC 17.
Ooh, just made it.
Yep. Alright, so let's pull up that spell, because I don't know how the damage is. Eight D8. I don't have that many D8s. I'm gonna roll D6s instead, because I'm lazy. I don't want to grab more dice. 8, 12, 14, 16, 20, 22, 29 cold damage for those who did not save. And 14... No. 13 for those who did save. And it's DC 17 on the 3 of you. I didn't roll for Lagon. Lagon is a pass. So he takes 13 as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that guy's turn. Now it's the wisps. Karobe, are you unconscious?
Yes, he is.
Yep.
DC 10 Constitution save, please.
I'm good.
Good. All right. It doesn't have anything to attack in the immediate vicinity, so it is just going to hover there. These other two are going to bonk Kinwin and Vanya, respectively. Oops. I dropped a dice.
How dare.
How dare. It's going to be a natural 20 on Kinwin, which is...
That'll hit.
It's going to be 28 points of lightning damage. And the other is a...
And that'll put me in dimensions.
You're unconscious, oh no.
Oh no.
And then going to be a 13 on Vanya.
Miss.
Alright. Miss it does. All right. The sisters are going to call out again. You all have fallen. Give up your possessions.
No,
I'll give you 15 gold.
you can't speak.
Yeah, you're unconscious.
Then why? How is she talking to us? What is she? How does she expect an answer?
She expects an answer from Lagon, Arya, or
Oh,
Vanya.
right, my bad.
Which means we have Robot Thief. Robot Thief is hiding right now. Perception check, Vanya.
Da, da. 23.
Yep, he does not get advantage on that, so he's just going to make a single attack roll. And he whiffs. That crossbow is not being good to him.
No, it's not.
It brings it your turn, Vanya.
Alright. She is going to pick. Let's see. She'll go over to Kurobe and use Cure Wounds.
You're gonna move to the Kurobe, and you're gonna get an attack of opportunity on you.
Yep.
That is 13.
Miss.
Yes. Alright. You get to
Cure
Kurobe.
Wounds at level 3.
Cure Wounds level 3.
He gets 17 points back.
Woo! This guy's gone.
And she has no bonus actions.
Want to do anything with Zephyr?
Zephyr's holding still.
Okay.
And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. Kinwin, death saving throw.
That's a D20 and what?
Just a flat d20, and you need a 10 or higher.
7.
That's a failure. Mark a failure on your sheet. 3 fails and you die. 3 fails before you succeed and you die. Before you do 3 successes. So that's it for Kinwin's turn. There's a thief still. Make a perception check, Vanya.
23 again.
Okay. Meets it beats. No. No, actually, that's a 19 plus 6. I'm sorry. He gets sneak attack on you.
Okay.
But I think he misses anyway, because the highest is a 4.
Yeah, he misses.
Yep. So yeah, that's a whiff. It's the Gon's turn. He's going in for a Sacred Flame. So Wisp has to make a dexterity saving throw. Which it might pass, but hopefully not. Oh, that's a natural 20. Nope. Lagon, I'm sorry. Red is going to shoot a firebolt at you, Vanya. It is their turn.
Great.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, that'll hit. I can already tell you right now she's down.
14 points fire damage.
Yeah, she's down. She only had one left.
Okay.
We're taking turns. That's what's going on.
The only people
here.
left up are Arya and Lagon.
Yep.
And so they're just gonna put their hands up.
Kurobe's conscious.
Kurobe's conscious?
Yeah, Kurobe's conscious. Yeah. He's
Okay.
He
had
just hasn't
17
gotten to my
health
turn.
back.
Okay. They're, Arya and Lagon are just kind of put their hands up for now. Lagon's just kind of doing a surrender motion for his turn. The sisters are just going to start walking up. And that's all they're going to do. Since most of you are down. Which does bring us to Kurobe's turn.
Kurobe will stand up.
Stand up.
Bonus action, healing hands.
Healing hands on
Vanya.
Vanya. Vanya gets 8 points.
No, Vanya gets 3d4.
3d4.
Yeah, it's the new rules.
Oh. I was using it based off of Arya's level, because that's what Spectre had on their sheet.
It's, maybe it's not called healing. It's healing some bullshit. It's healing angel shit. So
Yeah.
that will be...
It's based on level, because you both
10.
are SMR. But 10
That's
points is
10
fine.
back. Okay.
So you're awake.
And the sisters are within range now?
They're within... Yeah, they're within 10 feet of you.
Which one's the most hurt?
They all look like they've taken hits. They all look a little battered.
I'm going to move within, so that I'm within the middle of all three of them, so if they move away, they get attacks of opportunity. And I'm going to start swinging.
Yeah, you have 15 feet of movement, so you can get right here.
Mm-hmm. And the red one was the one that's talking, was like, you could surrender too. And I'll just going to attack twice.
Okay. Attack twice.
And that's with me. That's a natural 20.
Whoa!
This bitch ain't gonna like this.
Nope. Nope. Nope, they're not gonna like that at all.
Okay, so that is 20. So that's... I'm an idiot. So adding up 2 sets of dice and then doubling them, why don't I just add up all the dice and then double that? Instead of trying to think.
Just add up all the dice and double that, yeah.
Yeah, for 47 points of damage.
47?
Mm-hmm.
Hot damn, son!
And attack number 2.
Oh, gross! This is where I don't let you have turns!
Then that's a definite hit. Because it's in the 20s. That will be another 21 points of damage.
God damn. I'm not giving you anything more. You, sir, need to stop. That's the end of Kurobe's turn, I guess, right?
That would be it.
Next up is our purple friend. When he looks at you, Kurobe, he's malformed. He's bald. He's got this distended jaw that just kind of just hangs there. But as soon as he realizes that you're attacking the ladies, he makes this high pitched shrieking noise almost, and his like tongue kind of like wiggles around like a serpent tongue in that sort of a way. And when you look at him, he's got these huge fangs just kind of in the corners of his mouth, and he looks like a hideous monster. So he's going to cast a spell at you.